If you were a PC gamer over the 2000 year, you will certainly remember Deus Ex, the masterpiece of Warren Spector, which became famous to have such a flexible gameplay that gave us total freedom to play according to our style, something that had never seen before in an RPG until then. Thanks to its great success, it was inevitable to see a sequel sooner or later. Unfortunately, Deus Ex Invisible War was not as good as expected, so during some years we didn't know anything of these super cyber agents, until Eidos brought those Human Revolution in 2011, a great game that revived the interest for the saga and let us expectant person for a sequel. This is how Deus Ex Mankind Divine came to our hands. If you're a fan of the saga, you already know what to wait of it. But if you're not and you ask yourself what the hell is Deus Ex, we give you 5 reasons to give a chance to the agent Jensen in his most recent adventure. Because you better believe it, it's worth the price. Mankind Divine is an action RPG in first person, but with a very special element, a total freedom of choice that allows us to enjoy this adventure in the way that we will be more pleasant for us. That means if you like the stealth games, you will love to hide in each corner of the level, taking care of your steps and not to alert the enemies, to use non-lethal armament to incapacitate them, as well as using advanced tactics of intimidation and manipulation in conversations with the NPC. So this will make the dirty job for you, like the Jedi Knights. On the other hand, if you like to shoot first and ask later, you can forget the stealth and just shoot every single guy that crosses in your way. No matter the game style you have, the incredible level design and the awesome camera changes to third person at the moment of changing to target, those elements make the advancing in the campaign become a delight. In a few words, this is Metal Gear plus Dishonored plus Gears of War in an explosive combination. Like any good RPG, Deus Ex Mankind shows us a pretty interesting story that gives continuity to the events that happen in Human Revolution, where the agent Adam Jensen returns to action in a cybernetic apartheid, in which some humans got a series of technological improvements, better known as augmented humans. They are segregated and discriminated because a couple of years before, they turn crazy and exterminate a great percentage of the world population. This time, our mission will lead us to chase a mysterious terrorist group of augmented humans who pretend to challenge the world's security. All true, as fans of the saga we already know, this only will be the beginning of a complicated plot that leads us to figure out a sinister story and a conspiracy inside another conspiracy and another. Well, the plot becomes each time more complex. It is an excellent story of cyberpunk science fiction that fans will enjoy if they like Blade Runner or the stories of Isaac Asimov. Because each decision we take during certain parts of the game will gain repercussion in the development of the story. We recommend you to choose wisely your answers during the conversations. One of the things that we enjoy the most in Deus Ex Mankind Divine are the well-made stages that perfectly recreate this utopian society in which the game takes place. Details like the citizen being hounded by the police or the people walking around who refuse you for your appearance provide the game a special atmosphere. In addition, these levels are not really big and hide a lot of details and hidden objects that you will really like to find, but at the same time are not overwhelmingly large, like in other games with open world, and you can easily reach your destiny without wandering around unnecessarily through miles and miles that don't contribute anything to you. To reach each objective is really fast and in modern games is something to be appreciated. Our character is an augmented human, half person, half machine. By installing certain accessories to his body, he can acquire a series of superhuman abilities, like super force, resistance to toxic smoke, Usain Bolt's legs to run and resist the fall from considerable heights, predator-style camouflage, and a variety of nano-asteroids to become the perfect assassin machine. Like everything in life, nothing in excess is good. Even if you're a cyborg, we cannot get equipped with all the increases at the same time. Equipping and improving each one will cost some microchips named praxis that are like ability points, and we can only get them when you level up, completing certain missions, or in rarely occasions in some stores. All true, they cost a lot. For this sequel, you have some new experimental increases that will give you some abilities which are even more interesting, like stunner rays or armored skin to resist all that they shot to you. The difficulty part is to choose which one you should choose, because if you activate too many, your body will overheat with unpleasant consequences. You know, something like the batteries of the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. Personally, we hate hacking in video games, since almost every time is about a complicated puzzle that should be solved in a very short time, and many do not have the agile mind to solve them, so we try to avoid them as much as possible. Deus Ex Mankind Divine brings us a minigame with similar characteristics, but pretty easy and addictive, that managed to call our attention enough to become one of the students of those guys that appear in Mr. Robot. The mechanics are simple. We have a grid with a start point and one or more nodes that we have to reach in order that our attack becomes successful. For that, we have to connect the intermediate models between these points by connecting the lines before the time finish. If we complete them, we will be able to open blocked doors, hacking someone else's computers to sniff their emails, and to know the last gossips of the moment, to deactivate security cameras or reprogram the guardian robots and gun turrets to attack enemies. Depending on how hard the level of security is, more difficult will be to conclude this task without being detected. Fortunately, in those cases we count on increases that improve our hacking abilities and a variety of computer viruses that will give us more time to finish with our misdeeds. Obviously, everything is optional in the world of Deus Ex. If you are lazy or any hack is running out of patience, a micro tool will do the whole work for you. A simple click with this gadget and done, immediately access. Hopefully that it was so simple in the real world. These were the 5 reasons to play Deus Ex Mankind Divine. If you like this video, don't forget to give us a like, share this video with your friends, visit XOver.tv, follow us in our social network, and the most important thing, keep playing!